T watches a scary movie. My name is T, and of course, we are talking scary movies. I appreciate you tuning in. Remember, new episodes are guaranteed to go up every Wednesday night at 8:30 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. But if you pay attention to the schedule, you'll see that I'm typically uploading more than just one video per week. And the best way to stay up to date on videos, on the audio versions, on just my musings on horrors, TikToks, written reviews, whatever, is to get subscribed to my link tree, which is linktr.ee/T scary movie. If you get subscribed to my link tree, that will get you there to my YouTube page, all the podcasting platforms, TikTok, Letterboxd, whatever you need to stay up with everything that I'm talking about in the world of horror. And you're going to want to get subscribed because tonight, while I am going to be reviewing Shudder's latest release, Destroy All Neighbors, I'm also going to be talking about Critters later this week. I'm going to be talking about The Passenger at the beginning of next week. And I'm going to be talking Buffy Season 5 next week as well, too. There has been a lot of chatter over the last week, specifically in regards to Season 5 of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, a show that I love so much. I hold that show very near and dear to my heart. And I figured, you know what? We're just going to go ahead and jump into it. We're going to talk Dawn. We're going to talk Dracula. We're going to talk Glory. We're going to talk all the emotions that are coming with Season 5 of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. So, folks, you don't want to miss it. Make sure to hit that subscribe button so you can stay up to date with everything I'm talking about in the world of horror. Including, if you missed it last week, I told you that there was a chance to win a free digital copy of Eli Roth's latest slasher, Thanksgiving. I'm going to give a copy of that away at the end of the month. I gave you 2 trivia questions on last week's show, give you a chance to win 2 points. Because at the end of the month, whoever has the most points, they're going to go into a raffle. I'm going to draw a name, and you're going to win a free copy. Question 1 of 2 for you here tonight. Let's go, folks. Question 1. What is the name of the demon tormenting Christine Brown in Drag Me to Hell? You might have seen this one done by the incomparable Sam Raimi, who brought us the wonderful Evil Dead franchise. Got right back to basics with things with Drag Me to Hell with some amazing practical effects, telling the story of a young woman who is cursed by a vengeful old woman who sends a demon after her to collect her and drag her, hence the name, to hell 3 days later. It is so much fun. It's gross. It's scary for sure. And it's funny for sure. Definitely check it out if you hadn't had a chance. But what is the name of the demon that's trying to drag Christine Brown to hell and Drag Me to Hell? Tell me that in the comments section, and that's going to get you 1 point if you got that right, giving you a chance to win a free digital copy of Thanksgiving at the end of January. We'll be back with the second question a little bit later. For now, though, folks, we are going to go ahead and talk about Destroy All Neighbors. Now, I had seen this movie getting a lot of chatter over the last few weeks, a lot of which because of the people that were involved in this film. Destroy All Neighbors tells the story of a young audio technician and musician that's looking to make a name for himself by finally completing his masterpiece of progressive rock. But unfortunately, he has just a minor setback that he has murdered his next door neighbor, and he can't seem to stop committing murders even if they bring him one step closer to that perfect progressive rock album. Now, this movie, right from the jump, once the murder started happening, reminded me very much of Tucker and Dale versus Evil, of Idle Hands, of American Werewolf in London, because the biggest motif of this film is that our protagonist, William, who is played by, played by Jonah Ray from Mystery Science Theater 3000, our protagonist is interacting with all the people that he kills throughout the film. They're there as his conscience on his shoulder, and it's a question of, well, is he the only one that can actually see and hear all these people that he's killed? Can all the people around him hear these people and see them as well? Which leads to some actually really good jokes throughout the film, including one scene where William has to interact with a security guard at a metal burning facility. and a cameo appearance that I do not want to spoil because it's honestly the most hilarious bit of the entire film. But as I was watching the movie, I realized that the movie itself, not really there to get a bunch of scares. It's not really scary in that traditional sense. This is very much a dark, black comedy, whatever you want to call it at that point. And whether or not it's successful, whether or not it's good to you, is going to depend on whether you're digging the humor that's in it or not. Alex Winter, who you might know from Bill and Ted, actually co-stars here as William's neighbor Vlad. He actually plays a second role in the film as well too. And it's just hilarious because these ghosts, these dead people, are over the top. And if you consider all the dead people that the various protagonists are talking to in some of the other films I've talked about, or just the absurdity of Tucker and Dale's situation and Tucker and Dale versus Evil, then you kind of know what you're in for here with this film. And I actually think that the humor and the jokes get a little bit better once the dead people are really trying to help William record this album. Before we get to that point, it's kind of way more hit or miss, honestly. But a lot of the jokes really do land. We get some great effects work here between all the deaths that happen throughout the film. And even though, like, these days, I'm not a big fan of the newer Mystery Science Theater 3000 episodes that have come out, I still think that Jonah Ray does a great job in the role of William as our protagonist. Maybe not as likable as a lot of these other protagonists in some of the films that I've mentioned, but he's definitely not an asshole that we're dead set against and have no reason to actually pull for to make his life's work finally come true. Now, again, Shudder picked this one up, so you can check this one out for free right now on Shudder or through Prime Video if you have the Shudder channel. And you definitely should, because folks, over the last couple of years especially, you've seen the output that Shudder has really given us, and this is just going to add to the list. They've given us more good than bad, so it's not a bad way for them to start their year off. So go and check out Destroy All Neighbors, and let me know what you thought of it here in the comments section. So that's going to do it for my review here tonight, and as promised, I'm going to give y'all a second question here so you can win a point for a free digital copy of Thanksgiving at the end of the month. So, question number 2, let me know in the comments section. To what M. Night Shyamalan film was Split a sequel to? So you might remember back, God, almost 10 years ago at this point. It's so crazy how fast time goes by. Almost 10 years ago, James McAvoy starred in the film Split, about a young man with split personality disorder who might be responsible for a trend of murders going around his city. And it turned out that this film was actually a sequel to another fantastic M. Night Shyamalan film. Unexpectedly, we don't find out until the very end of the film. It was a great reveal for a great movie. Can you tell me, though, what movie is Split a sequel to? You let me know that in the comment section. That's going to earn you a point, a chance to win a free digital copy of Thanksgiving. Folks, like I said, hit that subscribe button, because over the next few days, I'm going to be bringing reviews for Critters, for The Passenger, and next week, not only am I going to be discussing Buffy Season 5, which again, everybody's just talking about on Twitter right now, so I'm down to get some talk about Dracula, Dawn, Glory, all the emotions that come with that and Buffy's death in Season 5 of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. But I'm also going to be talking about the just announced Until Dawn movie adaptation. My favorite game on PlayStation 4 is getting a live action adaptation. We have no idea about casting for this bad boy yet, but Gary Dauberman is doing the rewrite of the script, and David Sandberg is directing this one. That's right, he is coming back to the world of horror. It's amazing, and I'm going to talk a little bit more about that next week. But folks, that's going to do it. You got your movie review in 10 minutes or less. Make sure to give me the answers to those trivia questions in the comments to get points on to win a free copy of Thanksgiving. And that's going to do it for me, y'all. My name is T. We've been talking scary movies. Stay scared.
Hey everybody, looking for a great way to stay up to date on horror news as well as read the best of articles on anything scary out in the world right now? Then you need to head over to the Fangoria shop and get yourself a subscription. If you go to shop.fangoria.com/AXDEW, you can use my own personalized 20% discount to save 20% off on Fangoria magazine subscriptions, as well as 20% off any other items in their fantastic shop. This is a great deal. If you've ever been wanting to get yourself a subscription, now is the time to do so. Head to shop.fangoria.com/AXDEW.